Keep it farming with AIM Agriculture.
Maize farming it just remains the sure bet business. My brother, if all goes well that season, you have enough rainfall. This one will be, things, people must eat ugali in Kenya, sima, posho in Uganda. But land preparation is key. Prepare your land on time. On time. We are going for dry planting. We can either do mechanized using a planter. We can either do manual using hands. You can either go for minimum tillage or you can use the machines for breaking the land, depending on your ability. If you choose the wrong seed variety, that's where you get it wrong. A farmer is in the highlands, is planting a short season seed. A farmer is in the lowlands, then is planting a long season seed. You get somewhere, the rains are kaput. Your maize withers, dries. That season is gone. You go and cut the maize cobs, give it to cows. You are not eradicating poverty, no. AIM Agriculture is a hands-on family. Look at this crop stand behind me. We don't want stories. Look at this. This is a short season variety. 3 months, this crop should be out of here. We just left it like a month. We are done. M401. M401. Here, we're expecting to do at least 22 bags per acre. What is the secret? Plant 10 to 12 kilos per acre. It is not certain that germination will be 100%. So germination mostly is usually between 80 to 90%. And that's why it's very good that when you're preparing your land for planting, it's very good that you get a very fine tilth so that you got no hindrances of the seeds from coming out. Some of us make a mistake. We plant the seeds too deep so that when they sprout, by the time they're getting out, already they are dead. Or we plant them too shallow. Even when you have the winds blowing, they are blown off and then eaten by birds. So it's good that you pay attention to the planting depth. You have a good planting depth. Now, you've prepared your land, like we've done. We are going to do hand planting or manual planting. We've chosen already, we've gone for the correct seed because you're doing the short season, 3 months. We've gone for the 401, correct. What is the planting rate? What is the seed spacing? What is the row spacing? There's a mistake that you should never make as a maize farmer. Look here. This is a row and this is a row. Never ever reduce this space below 65 centimeters. That's suicide. You can increase from 65 to whatever you want, but don't go below 65 centimeters. At home, I was seeing my friends, they were trying to reduce their ridges or their tillers, or they're trying to reduce the spacing from the rows of the planters to go below 65. There will be too much competition of the crops. No matter how much amount of fertilizer you give that crop, you will not get results. However, this is a crop and this is a crop. There is a space of the distance from a crop to a crop in the same row. That one you can do something between 20 centimeters and 30 centimeters. But you have the ability to go, you can increase and even reduce that spacing between a crop to a crop in the same row up to 11 inches. However, it means that should you reduce that, then the fertilizer or the inputs you're going to use in that particular crop stand should be equal to that plant population. Give it sufficient fertilizer. Don't plant 15 kilos per acre and then you want to use 1 bag of fertilizer. The math, it doesn't connect. So the higher the plant population, the higher the amount of fertilizer you're going to use. And also be sure that that season there's enough rainfall. If you are doubting, don't go for that. You are in for a loss. Now, we've planted 75 centimeters row to row. We've chosen 25 centimeters crop to crop. Plant at an average depth. Everything is set. What fertilizer are you going to use? For me, as AIM Agriculture, I've shown you around my farms, I've shown you the pictures on Facebook and all that. You've seen me doing the land preparation. My fertilizer of choice is Kaino Nafaka. Nafaka in Kenya means cereals. This is a fertilizer that has just been made for cereals. So what else am I looking for? Why can't I go for that one? This is a fertilizer that is meant for cereals. So what else? The beauty about the fertilizer is I like it because the leaching has been so much reduced. The nitrogen has been so much bound. So whenever there's too much rain or there's that possibility of leaching, my leaching is going to be slightly lower than other fertilizers. And then it's a blend, an NPK. So I'm trying also to maintain my soils and reduce the acidity levels. By the way, for those ones who have used Kaino Nafaka, they will tell you, my friends in Western and my friends in Nyanza and my friends in Kitale. And thanks so much, Mr. Mwaura, for introducing me to Kaino, by the way. He's such a nice farmer in Kitale. He told me, where hii ndio mbolea. We've planted. We've chosen the right seed, M401. We've chosen the right fertilizer, the Kaino Nafaka. We've planted at a seed rate, at a planting rate of between 50 to 75 kilos per acre. Because this is a short season variety, immediately after 4 weeks of germination, a month, we have to top dress this crop. We have two options. You can either top dress using a foliar in the first phase and then go further and then introduce now the top dress granular fertilizer. Or you can just go directly and top dress using a granular fertilizer. And again, my fertilizer of choice is Kaino Plus S, rich in nitrogen, rich in sulfur. Those are the two things that I need to have my crop have a good seed set at this point. After I do the top dress at 4 weeks, And one thing that I've forgotten to tell you is weed management. You've seen my crops. Weeds zero. You really have to make sure that you don't have weeds in the crop. Weeds are a problem. You know, when your maize is at knee height, from experience, if you just look at it, you're able to tell this one, I'm going to harvest 25 bags. This one, I have my 30 bags. I have my 40 bags per acre. Yes, at knee height. I really encourage us to do pre-emergence weed control so that when the maize germinates, it utilizes the fertilizer as the seed of maize alone, 100%. When you top dress, you know, immediately the good thing about controlling the weeds before the maize germinates is once the maize germinates and it develops a canopy, like here, no crop in science can grow under a shade or without light. So automatically that canopy will help us also suppress further the weeds from germinating or becoming strong. So it's very key then we control at that time so that going forward, when you do the fertilizers, the growth rate is so even and so fast. Any rains, you utilize 100%, you know. That's the beauty of maize farming. So we've top dressed after a week. We have the weeds check. What are we doing? What is remaining? What is left? Just praying. Just God, bring rains. Baba leta mvua. God, bring rains. As you wait to harvest. And you pray that we don't have so much strong winds that can dislodge our crop. We pray that we don't have so much hailstones that can tear the leaves of the crop. I love you so much, guys. And that's why AIM Agriculture will always be the channel of your choice in this educative. Guys are going for the short season production. I've told you the seed of choice. I have told you the fertilizer of choice. About the foliars, a story of another day. See you